So basically in this video we are going to cover all the C++ concepts and C++ interview questions and what I got in my interview. If it's oriented towards C++, we'll go over it one by one. You don't have to get overwhelmed. And anyway, if you get overwhelmed, there is W3 Schools. It is the best platform out there according to me, at least for this language. So let's get started. So first thing, the most common question is, what is function overloading? Wait. So what function overloading basically means is we're gonna have set of functions with the same name, but the parameter will be of different type. So here, so mainly we are going to use this when we have to do the same thing, basically return x plus y everywhere. So basically return the addition of two numbers, but the data type will be different. So here we are going to use function overloading. So function overloading is nothing but compile time polymorphism. So this is something you just have to by heart it. So overloading, and just link that word to compile time polymorphism. So basically in compile time we'll figure out which function should actually be called. So that is the main gist over here. So next thing you want to go over is constructor. So constructor is nothing but a function. Okay, so usually if you want to call a function, you have to use okay, how do I tell you that? So usually if you wanted to call this function, you should create an object and be like my object dot display if you want to call that function. But here what happens is, as soon as you declare this object, basically create the object. So my class is a class and you're creating an object, which is this is the name of the object. So automatically this my class will get executed and this will be done. So there are times where this will be needed, like uh, how do I tell? So basically, if you have a private member here, and the variables can be initialized using the constructor. So that is the main thing of constructors. So next thing is called a function overriding. So so the most important thing is function overloading and function overriding. So what function overriding is? So as in overriding, there's an I. So remember there is inheritance. So there is inheritance. So what it means is, consider there is a parent class and the child class. So if there is the same function, so basically this pig and dog is example, what they're telling is, in parent and child they have the same class, and which, so when you call that function, which function will get preference is the one which is called. So basically, so to make sense of that, so what means, what it's trying to say is, if you do so animal is the parent class here, pig and dog are the subclasses. So when you do my pig dot animal sound, the the class in my pig will get triggered or basically get called. So this happens during runtime, and yeah, this is what you need to know about overriding. So parent and child class, same functions, and depending on which object ka function you're calling, that will get called. So if you're calling my pig ka the child class ka function, then it'll override the parent and it'll hit the child ka function. So that is the short term version of it. And next thing you have to know is try catch block. So it is a simple, it's just for, like, it's used very much in JavaScript. So what happens is, so there is a try block. So basically, if nothing gets done over here, if nothing gets executed over here, we're gonna throw an error. So we'll throw is equal to age, and that thing is done over here. So when you do this throw age, this age will go to here, and we can access the variable over here. So basically, consider this as a declaration calling the function, and this is the definition of the function. So in that sense, it will make sense to you. And next will be inheritance. Okay. So basically, in order to inherit, so basically parent and subclass. So what? So just focus on this child class over here. So car is inheriting the function from vehicle. So string dot model. So when you're creating an object of the child, and when you do honk, so basically honk is the function of the parent class. So when you do that, so basically, the child is taking a function from the parent, and it's getting used over here. So that is inheritance. So we have to use this colon over here, and you should use public in order to get the child to access all the things inside this. But anyway, it will get access because everything is public over here. So yeah. So if there is a private member, you would have to be using public vehicle. So yeah, on to the next one. So encapsulation, there is nothing much in it. Yeah, I think we can skip this. So basically, encapsulation means wrapping up of member data and member functions. Sensitive data is hidden from it. So basically, we can't change the int salary because it's a private. So, but the private is accessible to the member functions over here, and this is how we're trying to manipulate the salary function. And protected. So, what is the difference between protected? So, as you know, even if you are trying to inherit a private, imagine a parent has a private class, a private data member or something. Even if you inherit the parent class, you can't access the private things, a private member. So this is why you're using gonna use protected. So how do I explain it? Access specifier. So when you do something like this, it's allowed, but it's not allowed if it's a private member. So you have to use some other method. Okay, which I am tired right now. So next we'll talk about this class methods. Okay, so here what is gonna happen is we are creating a class outside, creating a class outside the class basically. So you have to use int car and two colons to use it. So yeah, that is what's happening in that. And going on to functions, so you can declare it above the main function, and definition you can do below it. Yeah, declaration and definition, yeah, it's different. So pointer is nothing but a container to hold the address of the variable, and we can change the values using just pointers. So that is pretty fascinating. So how we declare it is, so this is string star ptr. That's how we declare it, and we send the address in this sense. And then if you want to change the value of it, we can use string star pointer is equal to, yeah, I don't figure it, I can't remember that out how to change the values in pointer, but I can charge it using pointers. Oh, so this is how you are gonna change the value of pointer. So yeah, pointer to variable name. How? Okay, then next comes the reference. So this is the last topic. So what it means is, this is how you initialize it. So basically you're trying to create a copy of the So basically in the food variable, we are going to variable name, we're going to store pizza. So we're going to send a copy of it to here, and just that both will gonna give the same output. So that's about it for this video, and I'm gonna explain how this keyword is a completely different word. So I just focus on this, forget about everything else. Like if the interviewer asks what is this keyword, so imagine, okay, so basically we're sending Kush and one. So uh, this is a constructor and that is getting triggered over here. So we're gonna send name and ID. But the thing is, we're gonna put them in data members, and even the value of that is same, so it's gonna create a slight confusion. So we're gonna use this dot name so that we are referring to the what do you call member data members of this class, which is this. So that's about it for this keyword. So I hope you learned something new, and yeah, just yeah, keep growing, and yeah.